What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be recapping the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event and talking about all the important things that we saw during the stream. First up, we have the new bandit cult, the Children of the Vaults on Pandora, which is run by the Callisto twins, Troy and Tyreen. The bandits call Tyreen the God Queen. In the quick change station, they added emotes that you can use them in-game, and now you can change your echo theme. They added a marker and a sparkling effect on objects and items that you need to interact with in the missions. They also added the ability to slide as well as the ability to mantle up to higher places. While opening up crates, the game will now auto pick up money and ammo. They also added degrading cover so you can destroy enemy cover. Elemental barrels can now be hit and moved into other classes to help you out in the battlefield, and also added oil to expand fire and radiation that explodes enemies and splash radiation onto other enemies. Omara the Siren and the other Vault Hunters have 3 action skills instead of 1. Her action skills are Phase Grasp, which is pretty much the same as Maya in Borderlands 2. She can pick up enemies during battle. Next is Phase Cast, where she can shoot up a spectral form of herself to kill enemies. Lastly, she has a Phase Blast when she leaps into the air and slams the ground, dealing damage to all nearby enemies and knocking them up in the air. Zane the Operator has a Digiclone ability where he can spawn a clone of himself that stays in place firing at enemies. You can also switch places with your clone for a quick escape. His other ability is Sentinel, when you can send out a Sentinel drone that flies around and shoots enemies with a machine gun. And Barrier, where you can place a barrier to block incoming projectiles. Allies can shoot through the barrier for more damage, and you can also change the barrier size. Zane can also use 2 class abilities instead of 1. They also added a new system called Loot Instant, when you and your teammate share all the loot, and it also scales up to every player's level. So if a pistol drops for a player at level 9, they will have the weapon as level 9, and the other player is level 30, that pistol will drop as level 30. That also has the same effect as enemies as well, and you can also choose Classic Mode, which is the same exact mode as every other old Borderlands game. The other Vault Hunters are Flak the Beastmaster, whose pets preys on enemies, and Mose, a gunner who can destruct and pilot a mech. The gun manufacturers are as following: Dahl, whose ability is to toggle between different firing modes depending on your playstyle. Vladov, where you can augment these rapid-fire, ammo-hungry weapons with underbarrel attachments including tasers, rocket tubes, and additional gun barrels. Torg, which switches between regular and sticky projectile fire mode. Stickies do more damage if you shoot a bunch of them on the same target. Hyperion comes down the sides to take cover behind your weapon modded shield and keep firing for increased accuracy. Atlas has the ability to shoot your enemies with tracker tags and to shoot a bunch of smart bullets to track onto your targets. Children of the Vault fire interrupted damage with infinite ammo magazines that can overheat your weapon if you don't let it cool down. TDR weapons are tossed while reloading your gun to activate a special ability when they can destruct back into your hand fully reloaded. Malawan toggles between 2 elements that change your weapon and deals guaranteed elemental damage. Jacobs deliver critical hits to enemies, and your bullets will ricochet towards other targets. Elemental weapons types include corrosive, radiation, shock, and fire. They also added handling stats for weapons as well as weapon ranks. Ammo vending machines now have a button that you can buy all your ammo back without going into it. You can now steal enemy vehicles by removing them from it, as well as they re-added the ability to kill enemies and take their equipped weapon just like in the original Borderlands. You can now travel to different planets with the Sanctuary 3 spaceship, where familiar faces are there like Moxie, Maya, Lilith, Ellie, Tennis, Crazy Earl, and Marcus. Sanctuary 3 is also where you can buy your weapons, grenades, and backpack SDU with cash. There are now a lost and found system where you can claim any weapon that you may have missed. Promethea is the headquarters of the Atlas Corporation, where it is under siege by Malawan. One of the NPCs in Promethea is Lorelei, which we haven't got any details and who she actually is, and you also meet Zero there too. 2 bosses were revealed on the stream in the form of Civ and Mouthpiece. Borderlands and Twitch added an Echo Cast extension where you can see your favorite Twitch streamers' skill trees, Vault Hunter they're using, and loadout. You can also link your Shift account to Twitch, and you can collect loot yourself while watching your favorite Borderlands streamer. They are also adding campaign DLCs as well as DLC heads and skins. They also announced during the stream that there will be no microtransactions. Lastly, Borderlands 3 is going to have a setup at E3, Gamescom, Penny's Arcade Expo, and Guardian Con for anyone attending these events to test out their new game. That's going to wrap up all the info we have in this video. If we missed anything, leave a comment below and drop a like if you're really excited for Borderlands 3 as I am. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good one and take care.